Hi guys, hope that you're doing fantastic. I'm just jumping in here to check the energy and see what's going on. So I went back to listen to that serpent annihilation in your neighbor video that I did. And I thought, oh, I'm sure people really freaked out about me saying lure them in and slice them up and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to touch on that for a minute. We're told so if you are new, I'm just spiritual. I'm not religious or churchy, but I do love the living language. It's part of my heritage. I have a Hebraic heritage. I know what household I come from, and it's for uprightness sake. And the tarot is actually wrapped up in the Hebraic language. And I connect with Jehovah Elohim, who is maker of heaven and earth and all the hosts of heaven, the angels. He is the El of Els. The God of all gods, the Lord of all lords, okay? That rules and reigns, and his kingdom will never end, and he knows everything. And he tells us that in this hour that we're living in, that he's coming back and he's going to slaughter those who pierced him and everything else, and the serpent seed's going out, and he's going to trample on the lion and the adder, which is the serpent, and the dragon's going away. And so, people getting freaked out if I say something like, okay, well, go ahead, what if you're luring these things in to annihilate them. I got on the camera yesterday and read right out of the book of Enoch, where the blood of Abel is calling out until Cain's seed is completely out of the earth. Okay? And so, I know some of the readings that come across on my channel is really hard, but we're in the judgment, people. We either are living upright, and we're either taking care of this nastiness and not afraid of it, or you're on that side and you're getting annihilated. Pick a side. Okay? Either stop your nastiness, stop your lies, stop your cheating, stop doing whatever, and call out to the Most High and let him clean you up and bless you, and learn how to walk in a place where all our riches and everything else comes from the heavenly realms, and smash the wicked right in their freaking faces. So we don't want you here anymore. All you do is cause a ruckus. And so you either judging it or you're not. Okay? So I just wanted to touch on that because, I don't really care if people like or dislike the readings or not. Jehovah speaks on this channel. Jehovah is the one who adds or takes away on my channel. It don't make me, no, never mind. He's the one that builds the house. He's the one that's sifting out those nasties and say, okay, go to the devil and let him sift you. Okay? And because the devil's time is up, at the same time, everything's working together for good, and even the yucky part of it, it's all being worked out and cycled out, and eventually it's all going down the drain, because here we are in the flood, and here comes the rain. Okay, it's already raining, but the rain for the upright is refreshing rain, and so it's different for those who are in the upright. And I love Jehovah because he's a mystery. There ain't no one but him. Really, he created everything, and nothing exists outside of him. Even the dragon, even Leviathan. But it was all created for a purpose, and it's for our testing. So anyway, I just want to touch on that. So I just want to get on here and do a reading because I'm bored, and let's see what's going on. I'm here to encourage, even through really harsh energy that's coming towards us, so that we can have a look at what's really going on in another realm that's actually playing out in this realm, people. And a lot of people understand it. A lot of people don't. But there are really people, here lately we've been getting the word skin out here. We are dealing with people who are a prejudice, and if you're prejudiced, get the crap off my channel. I cannot stand you. If you don't want to love at the highest degree, then you're prejudiced, and you're none of the divines, really. You're worthless, okay? Because people who want to walk uprightly, love doesn't have a color to it, okay? But there is a specific type of skin that keeps coming out, and what that is, I believe, because I've been meditating about this today, and something that is written in the New Testament, where Paul talks about there's different types of beings or celestial beings and different, that he's kind of touching on that. I wish I would have looked that up. I really didn't realize that I was going to go into this little conversation here. But last 4 or 5 videos ago, and I think it was last week, whenever it is, I did a reading, and Jehovah brought out that somebody was a lizard. And some people have different types of skin types, we have different blood types and stuff like that, but somebody's got a covering. We keep getting a covering. If you guys, I've talked about how, I guess I'll just get back on here and do a different reading in itself. I'm just gonna chit chat here for a second. I've talked about how Hollywood will put things on the big screen and things that have literally played out spiritually, and it's like a vision. They're telling a vision on the big screen. The stars are in the tarot. They represent knowing things because they're connected to the universe itself, and there is a knowledge there. It's again, it's a mystery to us, but it's amazing to me how I have read scripture for so many years and then look at things and go, oh my God, I've read that for how many years, but I never seen that there before, but I totally see it now. And when you and I have had our awakening, you really do understand some things. We'd be crazy people that think that we're the only kind of beings in the whole universe. Okay, we know that there are aliens and things like that, and people who they actually, the book of Enoch, I ran across something the other day. In the book of Enoch, it stated that there were beings that could just appear, just at their own will or something like that. These things really do exist. So angels and demons, everybody believes in angels and demons, that they exist. The first chapter of Genesis says that Elohim created, or it says God, but if you go look up that word, it means gods, goddesses, and angels. In the book of Daniel, when he's giving the interpretation of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and I read it not too long ago, and Nebuchadnezzar says that your God is the God of all gods, because and there is one source that's created everything, and the sons of God. God has sons, and he's got one that was begotten, his only begotten son, but he's got many sons, right? There are other beings than just human beings on the earth and mankind, and I've already proved that as well. And so we are dealing with serpent type seed in the earth, and their skin is covered over I'm thinking of going back to what I was starting to say about the big screen and television and stuff like that, and they did it back in the 80s, and they just recently did it back in the early 2000s about the V. And they're actually, those episodes, they were showing the lizard right there, even inside the churches itself, in some of those episodes. That's amazing. If you really pay attention to what the stars are actually revealing, because like I said, all energy will flow expressively, and it'll tell us a thing if you understand and you're awake to see it. And you and I can't understand anything unless we are connected to the true Jehovah Elohim. Okay? To me, it's all very profound. So, when you watch videos of mine and I get real straightforward and I say things like, like I said on that last video, if you're trying to trap the serpent to take them out, then we're told that to annihilate them until they're completely gone out of the earth. Not to kill, not to just be killing people, but to annihilate wicked people who do go hunt just to be killing and sacrifice. There's a big difference. There is. All right. These are wicked entities in the earth that got to be taken out. They're being judged right now. Okay. So when you hear me say things like that, it's not for me to just be saying things to be that way. It is for the true Elohim of war to stand up and war against the wicked. Jehovah's not a God of war just to be warring. He's a war to finish a war that was started by the wicked. Okay? His plans are to bless us, not to curse us. Okay? We've got to be awake, people, and not be afraid to understand what we're really dealing with. Because not everybody that works beside you or you have a conversation with are who you might think they are. Okay? And if their confession to the Holy One is not right, that's your big indicator. Because these things don't want to confess who Jehovah is. He is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, who is Yeshua. Do you understand me? They will never look in your face. And you might have people that will look in your face and they'll lie right in your face. But when it comes right down to the confession, they won't make the confession. And boom, they're out of here. We've got to learn this stuff, people, because we haven't been taught correctly, and this is the hour that we live in. So when he said, I'm coming back to literally just, their blood's going to be on me now because I'm coming back to annihilate them, he meant what he said, and this is the hour that we're in. So these people who think they're going to get you all wooed up and get your seed just to have them babies so that they can sacrifice them, they got another thing coming. Go ahead. They want to woo you and something going off on the inside of you, then you just take them out. You just take them out. Anyway, I just want to share that. I'll be right back to do a video. Shalom.